We stopped in at the Nixa Public Schools John Thomas School of Discovery to meet some of the students and teachers involved in hands-on learning. A school centered around STEAM learning, science, technology, engineering, the arts, and math, creating customized education, leadership, and of course, the community.
4 years ago, we were sitting around and trying to figure out what do we do with our greenhouse. And we started looking at our science standards and we realized that all of 6th grade science and a ton of math, reading, and writing could all be taught if we just started teaching kids how to garden. We started thinking through, like, what do kids need to know? They need to learn where food's coming from. They need to learn community service skills. They need to really build on their character. And so those are the main points we try to hit within our building. So it started with our greenhouse. Very quickly we realized soil was expensive and we started composting, and then we immediately pulled in our 4th graders because that hit their standards really well. And so then it expanded to raised beds and then an in-ground plot, which is a totally different gardening situation for them. We branched out and let other grade levels come in, and they've been growing flowers and things for us, both to sell at the farmers market and to attract pollinators for the plants that need pollination, which is a huge 2nd grade standard in our building. That naturally continued as well. We started donating food over the summer to Least of These. We wrote a grant and built a farmers market stand and started selling our plants and produce to make money to sustain our program.
You talk about K through 6th grade, wide range of impressionable minds. They're eager and want to absorb all that knowledge. What are each grade level learning about food and agriculture?
So within the building, what we try to do is when it naturally arises, that's when we try to pull them in. And so I think chickens is like our crowning achievement because every grade level is involved at some level. Kindergartners, you know, they're going to be sorting and grading the eggs for us and putting them in cartons, and so learning how to handle things and take responsibility as well as learning how to differentiate between different attributes, which is a huge science and math standard. You see 1st graders hatching chickens to learn about parents and their offspring, which is spot on. And it goes all the way up. You know, 3rd grade was itching to get in, and they're raising mealworm colonies in their rooms for chicken treats. And so everywhere you look, you see a way to integrate the kids, and I think that really builds from our school's strong connections with our community. We have lots of very active parents and community members that have a part in our building, and they really help us build that knowledge.
The overall goal is to teach children about science and food and where it comes from, but they're gaining so much more.
It's awesome to see them demonstrating character as you talk about it. You know, you can talk and talk and talk, but until they have an opportunity to implement it, nothing's going to happen. And so I feel like you see that as you walk through our building, and our kids communicate with you, and our kids demonstrate that with all of their projects.
Now let's see learning in action and meet some of the students at JTSD.
We have actually started a family garden last year because I was so fascinated by the 6th graders last year that they did all these, and I talked to my mom just like, I really want a garden bed at home. And so we actually got 2 raised beds.
What are you growing at them?
We're seeing if corn grows. We're growing some corn. We're actually growing some peanuts. I didn't realize they grew on plants. We are growing some strawberries and tomatoes and jalapenos.
So this is basically our indoor hydroponics. It helps the plants grow faster and easier than the outside plants do. We planted these tomatoes and the outdoor tomatoes at the same time, and the outdoors are about like this tall right now, and these are, as you can see, pretty big. So.
Yeah, they're already budding, so we're gonna have some tomatoes growing here pretty soon.
We had to research like what was like the best structure for chickens and the best material. And we gave that to the 5th and 6th graders, and they started to build this.
What you've enjoyed the most throughout this process of hands-on learning?
Enjoyed the most about this project is actually getting to research, because it's learning something new through every day, and getting to have something like this is a great opportunity.
So what have you learned, or what's the importance of this hands-on learning?
Reading, writing, math, and all that stuff, because we have to learn how, we have to read about them first off. We also had to create a grant to get them. We also had to figure out how much the food and water they need, and all the prices for everything. And of course there's science to it.
A school with no textbooks has opened the doors to learning. Some students are trying vegetables and actually liking them. Others who struggle with academics are fixing tillers, and even others are taking suggestions straight to City Council. This school in the urban Ozarks is teaching hands-on agricultural learning and is serving as an example for others.